Hey, Fiancé Freaks, I'm Sam.
I'm Emily, and this is 90 Day Fiancé Freaks.
The tell-all is upon us, Emily. It's the end of the season. We get to see all the cast members walking into the studio, starting with Emma. Can you believe that she called out some random man on the street and he just happened to be Moroccan?
What are the chances? Only in Emma's life would that happen.
Do you think producers put that Moroccan man there?
No, I don't think so. It's New York City. It's a melting pot. There was definitely a Moroccan man that she just randomly ran into.
Touche. And Forrest, of course, we knew who was on the phone with him and why he was holding the phone walking into the studio. He's got Sheena on video. His Sheen.
So cute. Aviva has her grand entrance, letting us know she's not the shy little girl that she appeared to be all throughout the season. Elise enters with juicy info about Emma right off the bat.
Yeah, what's that about?
And Lisa is so confident without her wig. She's embracing her inner self.
So this tell-all has so much tea. We've got the couples. We've got interpersonal tea between the cast. We've got this confessional camera. But we start out with Emma, and she lets us know that she's been talking to Zied, and he called her fat. He's just such a jerk.
He's awful. And their entire segment was basically just everyone confirming what we've been saying this entire season, which Zied's a jerk. He shouldn't have treated her that way. And he was just like a dog with his tail between his legs. He had no defense for himself whatsoever.
Yeah, but he wasn't remorseful at all. I feel like a dog with his tail between his legs. I have the image of his poor little puppy eyes like, I'm sorry, I love you. Zied was not that way. He was indignant. He's just like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Because Emma accuses him of sleeping with a British girl right before she got there when they were still talking. And he just talks about wanting privacy. I'm sorry, Zied, why are you on an international TV show if you want privacy?
My favorite part is when they panned over to Josh, who started eating popcorn as Emma started spilling all the tea about Zied. That was my most favorite moment of Emma and Zied's segment.
That was so classic. That will forever live in infamy. Hilarious, Josh. Touche. Well done. But Zied's got some low blows. He asks Elise if she's really a woman.
Oh my goodness.
And he calls Rick a fake father in defense of Rick calling him a fake Muslim, which was also a low blow.
Right. Neither of those words should have been said, honestly.
No, but did we think that Rick overreacted?
Oh my gosh, he got rageful. That was a side of Rick we haven't seen before, and it was not pretty.
It was not pretty, and it made me wonder why. Because if you're a good dad and you're secure in your fatherhood, you're going to brush it off. You're going to be like, yeah, okay, say what you want. I know my kids know the truth. The way that he snapped about that made me think he does have some insecurities about the kind of dad he is.
Oh, that's a good take. So next, Izzy comes out.
Where has she been, Emily? Where has she been?
She's here now, finally. It's so cute. I love her entrance, her little tight dress shuffle.
She did say before she came out that she wants to slap Zied.
She does. She wants to slap Zied. She's obviously, no questions had, on Emma's side about everything. But with the tea that she spills, Emma asks her, can you please shut up?
Did she clear this with Emma before the tell-all? Was Emma in on this? Because if not, ooh, girl's gonna be paying for that. Is this a twin thing? What? How dare she out her sister like that?
And also question the fact that she tracks her sex life on her calendar. She just says, wait, what? No, you don't do that. And Emma's like, yes, I do. How would you know?
And she's like, you don't do that? Why wouldn't you? Because, yeah, Izzy says it wasn't ever that serious with Zied, that Emma was also dating other people while she was talking to Zied.
Right. It doesn't really matter either way because what Zied did to Emma in Morocco is so horrible. It overshadows any of that.
Amen. And I was so glad the rest of the cast called him out. Every single woman on that stage was like, how dare you leave a woman in the desert alone?
It's unforgivable.
And the men too. They said that is just absolutely not what a man does.
I was pretty surprised to hear that Laura went back to Turkey already and stayed in the same exact Airbnb that she stayed in the first time. And Birkan paid for it this time.
I was pretty surprised that Birkan paid off his debt.
Did you think that he was joking when he first said that?
No. Was he?
No, I don't think he was, but the way that he delivered it, people weren't believing him. Like all the cast were like, wait, what jackpot did you win? How much was it for? Wait, it was for the exact amount you were in debt for? Things are not adding up.
Yeah, no, that was pretty sketchy. And the algorithm, what algorithm are we talking about? Obviously you're not
the gambling algorithm, Sammy.
But he gambles on sports, right? Is that it?
No, I don't know. You're asking me? I don't know.
I think he mentioned at some point in the season that it was on sports or gaming or something, but that's what I'm saying. What algorithm did he figure out? It did sound a little suspicious. But what made me believe him was the look on his face, because we've seen it before when he does things that he knows are cute or he knows are clever or he knows are what Laura likes. And it was that same kind of look. Like he was mischievous and self-satisfied.
He was proud of himself for sure, that he had paid off his debt and not only paid it off, but paid it off by gambling.
Right. I know.
So the question that everyone asked and that I was curious and I'm wondering what you think is, will Birkan stop gambling now that his debt is paid off?
No. Of course not.
Yeah, no. Definitely not.
All he promised was that he'll stop gambling to make a living. So he's going to get a job and then gamble on the side.
Absolutely. So Laura has an envelope from immigration. When Laura opened the letter and they thought it might be a no, it ended up just being a non-important piece of mail, but the tension was there. And when she first read it, it sounded like it was no. And did you see the look on Michael's face?
Yeah. He was so excited.
So happy.
Yeah. So excited. He's like, oh, no. I don't think I've ever seen any fiancés or Americans read out immigration letters on a tell-all before.
I don't think so either. I've never seen that.
But we find out Birkan is living at home again.
That's right, with his parents in an apartment that he paid for.
Interesting development. Laura's like,
right.
Why didn't you just sell the apartment?
Laura and Michael are on the outs. Michael comes out and they are not in a good place anymore.
So interesting. Well, turns out, Emily, the question we asked at the beginning, is this actually the love story of Laura and Michael? Resounding no. Quite the opposite. It's the falling out story of Laura and Michael. What the fuck?
Yes, it is. Okay, so another question. Do you really think they're not going to be friends anymore? Do you really think this is truly the end of their friendship? I can't remember who it was. Another cast member went to that confession cam and said, no way, Laura and Birkan are not going to work out. Laura's going to be back with Michael in a matter of a few years, and Michael's going to take her back.
Oh, no, I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm surprised about how seemingly happy Laura and Birkan are.
Yeah.
I did see already on social media that Laura and Michael hung out that night after the tell-all, so I think they're fine.
Oh, so it's just for the tell-all. They're not actually in a fight.
Well, or the tell-all mended their fences. I don't know.
Aw. See, that's what I mean. It's not actually the end of their friendship.
Exactly. Did you hear her slip of the tongue, though, or was it? At one point, she said, in response to something Michael had said, she said, why would I invite him to Turkey just to da-da-da-da-da? And I was like, oh, so she did invite him to Turkey, Emily.
Oh, he didn't just come on his own.
He didn't just buy a ticket without telling anybody.
Which is what she led us to believe.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if I've ever been more wrong about my impression of he's just not that into her. Because Javon's back in the Philippines and he's staying? Does he actually like her, Emily?
Yes, Sammy. He's liked her from the beginning. It's just his personality. His male masculinity podcasts.
I honestly can't believe this is happening. I am so surprised. This is not how I thought this was going to play out. Shocked.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way. They seem happy. They seem happy. I'm happy to be wrong. I'll say it so.
Aw, yeah. And I think that there's something to be said about that opposites attract and Javon being there for her in this hard time. I don't know the timeline of her miscarriage. He just got back to the Philippines a few days before the filming of the tell-all. I'm just glad he can be there for her in this hard time. And just the way that he talked about, we're just going to live life as a family. He said, AnnaLynne needs me, but AnnaLynne's mom needs her. So we all three just need to be together where we can make it happen right now.
Oh, melt my heart. Oh. That was
sweet.
So sweet. And I just really appreciate that he grasps the importance of AnnaLynne being there for her mom. Because that's really hard for some Americans to understand that cultural significance there, honestly. And a lot of Americans would say, oh, just come over. We'll bring your mom eventually. And da, da, da. It's a really good point. What is her mom going to do there alone? AnnaLynne is all she has. That is pretty incredible that he grasps that. Good on you, Javon.
Yeah, it really is. He quit his job.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
They didn't
Hanging
say.
out. They're going to go have sex later.
Who's paying $600 for their life now a month? But he says, Anna's my home.
Yes, so sweet. Where was AnnaLynne's mom? I wanted her on the tell-all.
I know. I do have a feeling we'll see AnnaLynne's mom again because I feel like this might be a play at the other way, Emily.
I hope so. I would love to see more constipation face and half bed making.
Listen. Oh, yes.
Ooh, and let's get a camera in on their couples therapy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they're going to couples therapy. See, good for Javon. I don't know. I sense some shifts in the dynamic there.
Love it. I really didn't think I could get more confused, but why? Why would I think I couldn't get more confused in the saga of Lisa and Daniel? Sammy.
Well, first, I'd like to point out that Lisa does not like Elise.
Yes, she did say that at the very beginning. And then a little bit later on, she did kind of circle back and try to explain it. And it did make me wonder if the producers cut it. Like it almost sounded like she was leading into saying that she had changed her mind.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But you're so right. At the very beginning, she just straight up to her face, I don't like you. And it was such a strong reaction. She started crying. It was as if she was confronting her own bully. But that's not who Elise was.
That's what she said. She said, you trigger my high school bully. And honestly, poor Elise is just standing there, deer in the headlights, like, what? Come again? What?
Like, I didn't go to your high school, Lisa.
I felt a little bit bad for Elise in that moment. Really blindsided. She's just like, what did I do to you? I'm just beautiful and tall and thin and rich and...
Trust fund, baby. Thank you, Sean, for saying it.
Called it. Did I not call it? Have I not?
100%. You called it.
She reeks. She reeks of a trust fund. And that smell is designer perfume.
So after we saw them break up, they got back together and then broke up again. Lisa says they're not together. Daniel says they're traditionally married. They both say they're cursed.
I thought Lisa was making that up. I thought she was being a little bit of a closed-minded person thinking, oh, this priest is gonna curse me. Apparently she was right.
Because she said it way back in her interview, like right after it happened.
She felt it. She felt the curse, Emily.
Can you believe that she had an ectopic pregnancy?
Oh, gosh. That's heavy.
At her age, Sammy? That's so heavy. I can't believe that. And people do almost die from
very dangerous
ectopic pregnancy.
Yeah,
they're very, very dangerous.
Absolutely. I did love that Stig rebuked the curse, though. It's like, I rebuked
Stig
that
was like,
curse.
Lisa, I free you.
Yeah.
That curse is rebuked. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks, Stig. Thanks for that.
Stig. I have heard that a lot before, is that it only affects you if you actually believe in it. So, Lisa, just stop believing and it'll be fine.
Well, she's going to go to church and get blessed. So good for her, because hopefully that will, cleanse the curse. Did you see Tai coming? Did you see that coming? Sammy, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've been blindsided a lot in this season, okay? I've been blindsided a lot. That one, another. Different. I don't, what?
It is interesting to me how people want to broaden their horizons by dating internationally, but then they hone in on one country. Like Rick with Madagascar and Lisa with Nigeria and Emma with Morocco. Let's broaden our horizons. You've already broadened them worldwide. Let's keep them broadened.
Although Rick doesn't fit into that category. Rick's just a sex tourist. But yes, absolutely. Lisa, absolutely. Emma, broaden your horizons. Emma wants to broaden her horizons to Australia.
She's down. She and Chris would make a cute couple. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, they'd be way cute. They'd be hilarious. There's room for all of these couples to be back on the 90 Day franchise. Speaking of Lisa and Daniel, I mean, come on. Lisa goes back to Nigeria to meet up with Tai, but Daniel's still in the picture. Oh my gosh, and Faith is going with her? Please tell me someone from 90 Day is filming that.
Oh, you have to believe someone from 90 Day is filming that, of course.
Because Faith will get more Faith on camera.
Oh, I hope we get more Faith on camera. I'd love Faith to find herself a little love. She looked gorgeous at the tell-all. Everything she says is on point.
Talking about grand entrances, Faith had the most amazing grand entrance. Yep. She came in, she gave Lisa a big hug, immediately flips off Daniel.
But no, to answer your question, I did not see Tai coming. I wasn't going to give any credence to the traditional marriage claim because apparently she's still Daniel's woman.
Right.
Traditionally. But she is going back to Nigeria. At least Tai doesn't believe in traditional marriages. Is he Igbo? That's what I want to know.
Right. How many different tribes are there in Nigeria? I truly don't know.
I don't know, but I'm sure more than Igbo. But Faith seems to approve of Tai.
I know. What?
Why? Why?
I don't know. I don't know, Sammy. I truly don't know that I can begin to wrap my brain around Lisa with a different. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I retract it.
You don't want to see it?
I don't know. It's become a grand befuddlement. I don't know what the fuck to say about what they are going through. It's just.
Well, you're going to have to get it together, Emily, because she's also going to be on the other way. She's moving to Nigeria. She's getting legally married to Tai. They're going to live there. It's happening.
That's the thing about this show. It's that contradiction. You hate to love it.
I know. Oh, my heart is breaking that Forrest and Sheena haven't seen each other in a year.
Aw, so sad.
I mean, we knew that was going to happen, but it's still sad.
A year, and they still haven't even started the K1 process.
Listen, he doesn't have a printer, Emily.
Yeah, he doesn't have a printer.
You know where does have a printer? Libraries. Emily, every library in the whole country has a printer.
You know who could help take him to the library? Molly. Why hasn't she?
Listen, I know we love them, we feel bad for them, but at the same time, it took him 1 week to find a pharmatech job.
That's amazing.
That's
Good for him.
amazing. It has taken me longer every single time I have tried to find a job than 1 week. Okay. Number one. Number two, he breaks down a little. He starts to cry. He says, I feel bad. I've wasted so much time. Yeah, we all feel bad about that. And I'm sorry. I do feel bad. I know it's been hard for him, but it honestly made me a little mad that he could have been working this whole time. It took him 1 week. He made it seem like it was so hard for him.
Yeah, and it could have been building toward his and Sheena's future that whole time. Yeah, it's almost like he had to go meet Sheena in person. That was his takeaway from his trip to see Sheena. To meet her in person for the first time was a kick in the pants to go get yourself moving on getting that job.
Yeah, that's true. And I will say, my heart did go out to him when he said he feels overworked and he never has any time to see Sheena. And he also never has any time to see Molly.
Yeah, way sad. Molly looked so cute.
So?
She was more dolled up than she was the entire season. I mean, she was traveling in the Philippines and she always looked amazing, of course, but dressed up, makeup, hair done, she looked way gorgeous.
Her dress was so flattering. Yeah, she looked beautiful. And she got everyone on her side, Emily.
She did!
Welcome to Molly's side, everybody. Nice to have you here.
Listen, it's nuanced. Everyone's side has some truth to it.
I love that everyone offered to help Forrest with the visa.
Oh my gosh. That was so cute. And I just hope it's happening. Like, I hope that someone really is helping him. I truly think he actually needs help. And I hope someone is helping him.
They do not make it easy. Everybody does need help. And it is prohibitively expensive to hire an attorney for most people to do it. So it is 1,000% very difficult to do on your own. I can personally attest to that. So I do not blame him. I joke about the printer and the library, but it is a daunting task, period.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everyone thinks Molly is too involved in their sex life, except for Daniel.
I loved that Daniel thought, he said, she's a good mom. I love that.
And everyone else was like, no, it's too much. No, don't. Get out of there. Stop it with the lube and the condoms and the turn on loud music and treat her like a woman or treat her respectfully. Oh, Molly, that was so sweet.
I get that there's lines and Molly is the first one to cross them. I hear that loud and clear. But I did think she had a good defense for herself. She said, I don't want to know the nitty gritty, every little detail. I just want to know, was it good? Do you need guidance? That's what got me. I was like, okay, she's trying to lovingly guide. She doesn't want Forrest to be a lame lay.
Right. I mean, and for me, I still go back to what I said before about respecting the person who is the most modest in the group.
Yeah.
In that scene we saw, it was just Forrest and Molly. When they went to the sex shop, it was just Forrest and Molly. I think that the two of them together are comfortable with this level of conversation about sexuality.
Right.
As soon as Sheena enters the scene, the tone needs to change because she is not comfortable.
True. I will say we have been very hesitant to label Sheena a liar, Emily.
Yeah.
And I am afraid that my hesitancy is lifting. We literally saw her lie repeatedly about saying she's going to rip Emma's fake lips off her face for flirting with Forrest.
Yeah. There's no way Forrest made that up.
There's no way Forrest made that up. You know Sheena said that. Even if she said it jokingly, of course it was jokingly.
I don't really think she said it jokingly.
Really?
It didn't seem... No, I don't think so.
I love
Do
that.
you?
Well, I mean, I don't think Sheena's going to actually rip Emma's lips off.
Well, no, but I think she was pissed off, like when you say, fuck off.
Yeah, true. But she just straight lied about that. And you could tell in that moment. Don't tell me she wasn't lying. You could see it.
Oh my gosh. No, I completely 100% agree with you. She said that.
And then about the parents asking for money. And then about them supporting her brother. Just give a straight answer. Like, she is very clearly, again, maybe we don't want to say lying, but she's very clearly uncomfortable with just telling the truth.
And she's hiding something. The way that all the other cast members talked about it after their segment, behind the scenes, off the set, multiple people said, you know what, Molly, you're on to something. The more I hear Scheana talk, the more I think she's hiding something.
Right. And at one point, she just straight up says, I don't understand. Girl, we know you understand. Don't play the language barrier card. We've been hearing you speak English all season. Don't you dare.
It's very good English, Scheana.
Don't insult us.
Don't insult yourself.
Right.
Aviva is still just so heartbroken over Stig. Her whole segment, she started crying when she had to watch their engagement video. The very end, as she's leaving the tell-all, she even says in that moment, when I think they asked her if she was dating again, she said, I just wish it would have worked out with Stig. She's still holding on.
Why on earth? Why did they play that proposal video?
To make her cry.
That was cruel. Yes, that was cruel.
And Emma reached over and comforted her.
It was really hard to watch her watch that. But Forrest thinks Stig has been seeing other women.
Oh, Forrest had a whole lot to say to Stig.
Calls him out. He said, clearly Stig's cheating. But then we hear that Aviva might be the one cheating.
I don't know if going to a pool party where guys are counts as cheating, though.
But then why'd she hang up the phone and refuse to answer him after?
Because she was fed up with him doing that to her every single night.
Okay. Retaliatory. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Definitely some double standards. She calls that out. Corinne calls out Stig for using Aviva. She says he's just trying to use her to get to the States and make his music career.
Right. And you know what Josh says about their whole story, whether Stig cheated or whether Aviva cheated. I loved what he said. It's a lot of accusations with absolutely no proof on either side.
Absolutely. And that's very true. We need to keep that in mind. Speaking of no proof, Emily, here and now, does Stig have kids?
Currently already have kids?
Or in utero?
Oh, okay. So either or. So does he currently have children or does he have a girl pregnant? No, he doesn't have kids, I don't think.
Okay.
Maybe he has someone pregnant, but I think that if he currently had a child, we would probably know.
He was pretty convincing when he said, I didn't really have a dad, so I would be the best dad. You would know if I have a kid because I would be a really good dad to it.
And just their whole entire story of they've known each other for years.
Just Corinne was so sure, though. Corinne just keeps throwing these curveballs, and I don't know whether to believe her or not.
She does. And her point about Belize being a small country and gossip traveling quickly. And, you know, Aunt Spring is there backing her up. Love seeing Aunt Spring again. And she's backing her up. So you're like, oh, yeah, Stig, you were with the person in that video.
Yep.
What do you think? Does he have kids?
I, honest to God, do not know. I cannot figure it out.
He's a slippery one.
Yes, he is. That's a great description. Were you as surprised as I was that Elise and Josh are back together?
I was pretty surprised by that. That was not expected for me.
I did not see that coming either. But he's changed, Emily. He's changed.
Do you think he's changed?
On paper. She does say he got a new job. He moved out of Nat's place. He's the one that pursued getting back with her, which does, you know, make me feel a little bit better about it for some reason.
A new salary, no partying. He doesn't live with Nat anymore. All of the red flags.
Right. And he went to Miami.
For 2.5 weeks.
Then he bought her a ticket.
Right. So it's all looking good to move to Australia. So who else is going to be on the other way?
Maybe Elise. And also Emma, because he's buying Emma a ticket to come meet Chris.
If there were anyone who was going to come back onto this franchise, it would be Elise. After her time on Hunt for Love, she made it because she was not a 90-day original in any way. She was one of the random singles who got thrown on Hunt for Love with all the 90-day singles. And then she got on. So I think she'll be back.
Okay.
And I can't wait. I love to see her.
I am inclined to believe you. I think she's really grown on us this season. We were skeptical when we saw her arrive.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely grown on me. She really has. But of course, Chris is there and Nat is there.
And she is not pleased that Josh doesn't defend her and say she wasn't psycho in that bar moment. But Elise, come on. That moment was a little psycho.
What's Josh supposed to say? I mean, he's supposed to defend her. That's what he's supposed to say, right?
Well, speaking of what is a person supposed to say, when she's asked whether she would give up her trust fund to be with Josh.
I love you, Josh.
What is a person supposed to say, Emily? Seriously.
They're supposed to turn to their partner and say, I love you, baby.
AKA, hell no, I ain't giving up that bag.
That's what I mean. Like, she's good on camera. She knows what to do.
But it's a really existential question. I'm not kidding. Like, would you give up your trust fund for your partner? That's a lot of money. That's a whole life.
It's a good question. Well, we already knew Trisha was pregnant from the preview, but I didn't know she was 6 months pregnant.
6 months pregnant, and that's a little too close of a call for me, timeline-wise.
Right, because she got with her, who's also now an ex, the father of her child. She said 2 months after she was with Rick. But Rick is not the dad, we find out.
Oh, thank God that they put us out of our misery in the first few moments. If they made us wait until the last minutes of the second episode of the tell-all to find out that he was not her baby daddy, I would
not have been happy about that.
So
they
thank
told
you for
us
that.
right away at the very beginning. Somebody asked, I think Elise, "Are you the dad?"
And Rick says, "Unfortunately, I'm not." Ugh.
Okay, why is everyone so nice to Rick? Do you feel like everyone was so nice to Rick?
Why is Rick so glittery and shiny?
Yeah. Another good question.
Yeah, you're right, though. Emma's like besties with Rick. She loves Rick.
Right.
It's a little bit off-putting.
They all seem to be really, like, friendly with Rick. Did nobody see what we saw?
Well, Trish is apparently 50-50 on Rick. Did she not see what we saw?
You know what? I think Rick is charismatic. I think he's a smooth talker. I think that we see a little bit of that on camera.
Yeah.
And I think that it's probably a lot stronger in person.
I absolutely can see where you're coming from with that. It's got to be that je ne sais quoi, that X factor that he's got, because that shit ain't translating through the screen, I'll tell you that much. Because Emily, I thought we had seen the worst of Rick. I thought my loathe for him was the strongest it could be. And then I sat through the tell-all. This man met a new Malagasy woman the next night. The other thing is that he reuses the squirt tarp, Emily.
He used it with the Colombian.
How many female ejaculators does this man know?
That's what I'm saying, Sammy. He's a sex tourist.
Yeah, but does he have that on his profile? Like, only dates female ejaculators, has squirt tarp on hand and ready? Like, also, how does he wash it? There's just so many logistical questions. Sanitization, just, again, cost.
How do you wash a tarp? You just hose it off. Like, there's no sanitary way to wash a fucking tarp. Like, he's like, oh, will you reuse bed sheets? No, Rick.
No, Rick, you throw those in the washing machine. And
you can put all sorts of antibacterial,
No, it's not even.
everything in there in the washing machine to wash it. Can't do that with a tarp.
So low that he just keeps sinking lower when I think he's already on rock bottom. It's wild. It's wild.
He can go lower. He can go lower and lower, Sammy. And Trish is 50-50 on getting back with him.
You know I love me some Trish. You know Trish is a goddess, especially in her dress with the belly and the
Yes.
But honestly, like, that makes me question her judgment.
Yeah, for sure. I loved how a lot of the female cast members chimed in on what they thought of her possibly getting back with Rick. I loved Anna Lynn's response.
Yes.
She said, if it were up to me, I would absolutely not get back with him. If he's done it once, he'll do it again. He's weak in the flesh. And just the producer's question behind the scenes when they were like, are you seeing anyone, Rick? And he says, no. They're like, are you sure? And he starts laughing. He's like, don't ask me in that way. And it's like, yes, you are. Like, you fucked someone yesterday. We all know it.
Right? Sleazy.
Yeah.
And he says he doesn't know how long he can wait for Trish to make her decision. Oh, I do, Rick. 5 days. That's how long you can wait. Oh, no, you can't. Not even 5 days.
Right. Oh, but Emma would forgive him.
Oh, Emma. How about Elise taking Emma in the bathroom to have a pep talk after Emma, for some reason, freaks out on her over Rob? How did Rob weasel his way into this season, Emily?
Rob is also a 90-dayer who just won't go away, but I'm here for it.
Good thing he's got that face.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Emma and Elise go into the bathroom, and Elise, I loved the little pep talk she gave her. She said, I don't like any of the men you date. Zied, Rob.
This is what I mean about Elise growing on us, too.
Yeah.
Yes, when you said that, you're so right. She's growing on us. That pep talk was everything. She hit the nail on the head. That was exactly what Emma needed to hear. Did it
land? Absolutely not.
Emma, did it land?
Absolutely not. No, of course not. On deaf ears.
Right. Well, I would love to review the most memorable moments from this season. First of all, Emma and Zied, unfortunately, is not a happy moment when Emma got left in the desert.
Left in the desert. That's the only answer here. That I will remember forever. That will never leave my brain.
Because it's such a horrible thing to do. Well, Forrest and Sheena's moment for me was when they lost their virginity.
Oh, that's a really good one. My most memorable moment for them was the baths.
Oh, I love that. I actually forgot about that. And I love that you bring that up because that was so cute. And Molly and Dev were there too.
Yeah, and it seems like a pretty inconsequential moment, but I just would have loved that experience. And it was so wholesome.
A really happy, calming moment for all four of them.
Yeah. Also, Dev hitting himself with the leaves was just unforgettable for me.
Loved that. Unfortunately, Elise and Joshua's most memorable moment was when they were on the waterfall adventure.
Hands down. Or hands cold. Poor Elise.
Hands frozen and numb.
I think the GoPro shots were the most memorable for me.
Definitely.
God, Lisa and Daniel is hard to pin down, though. I think any of the moments where elder men were yelling at Lisa were probably the most memorable for me.
And it happened so frequently.
So much.
Mine was definitely the high priest blessing / wedding / curse.
Cursing.
/ cleansing.
I mean, who can tell? Javon and Annalyn's most memorable moment for me was Annalyn's mom wiping the sweat off Javon's brow.
Aww. Well, I can never forget when Annalyn made half the bed.
Stop.
That will go down in infamy.
I still need to pick a fight with my partner so I can only make half the bed. Also, living in infamy in my mind is the 45 hours Birkan sat on the couch when Michael arrived in Turkey before getting up and shaking the man's hand.
I cannot pretend like I chose any other moment. Michael's arrival in Turkey, the build up to that moment, all the tension between Laura and Michael, Laura and Birkan and Michael. That was the best. And then Birkan just sat there.
And then he likes violence.
So memorable. My most memorable moment for Rick and Trisha was when they were island hopping and Trisha was showing them all around Madagascar and really showcasing the beauty of her home.
Yes, the fish on the beach.
Yes.
The sandbar, the lemurs.
All of those moments. Just that time spent island hopping was so beautiful.
Way to put a good spin on it, Emily. Thank you for that. Because
I wanted to spin toward Trisha's
Thank
amazing awesomeness.
yes, let's leave her as the most memorable in our minds for this.
I love that.
And clearly the shrimp.
Oh, how could we choose any other thing? The shrimp.
The shrimp on the airplane.
That feels like forever ago. We've been following these couples for a long time, Sammy.
And you know what? I'm a little miffed because girl brought that shrimp as promised. Boy did not marry her as promised.
Good point. Yeah. Come on, Stig.
Speaking of, this is the time to settle our bet. I'm sorry to bring it up again, but the dress never graced Emma's body. She did not wear her mother-in-law's dress.
That's right.
Which I'm sad I won because I did want to see it.
Did you think she might wear it to the tell-all?
No, but now I'm sad she didn't. Except, oh, girl, what she did wear to the tell-all. Yes, please, and thank you. So good. So being it that it's the end of the season, Emily, we are wrapping things up with the tell-all. It's time to give out some awards.
Let's do it. The best first meeting this season was definitely Javon and Annalyn. They had already been married and together for so many years and had never met in person. And all of those emotions and all of that build-up really shone through in their first meeting. So they win best first meeting.
He said she looked like a peach on a windowsill.
Yeah.
Well, on the flip side, the most awkward first meeting award goes to Laura and Birkan. That was painful.
Yeah, it was. Best chemistry this season, Rick and Trisha. Unfortunately, maybe that's why she's 50-50. It's just their chemistry.
It's the pheromones. Okay.
There we go.
That tracks. Well, the least chemistry was Emma and Zied.
There are no other contenders for that award.
None even in the ballpark, at least.
The most heart-wrenching story goes to Forrest and Sheena. Of course, this entire season, we're so sympathetic for them along the entire way. Just get her over here, Forrest, and actually come, Sheena.
But then they also win the Most Likely to Make It award.
Definitely. I think the most disappointing story this season was Stig and Aviva. Even though they were young, romantic, young puppy love, we had hope for them, and that has crashed and burned.
And it was so disappointing after the high of the unexpected proposal on the Mayan ruins, and then the text breakup. Like, damn, ouch, that was a big disappointment.
Yes, it was.
Perhaps the most obvious award of this season, Emily, most enraging, goes to Rick.
Again, Who is the other contender? Oh, well, Zied.
Zied
but
has
Zied
a close
is a
runner-up.
close second. Well, the cast members who had the best one-liners all season were definitely Molly and Birkan. That was a tie. I cannot choose one.
No, we cannot. And you know what's hilarious about that is how opposing their one-liners are.
Yeah, they're so different.
Because Molly's are pretty irreverent and Birkan's are pretty intellectual.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the award for biggest flirt goes to none other than Emma.
Starting with the airport check-in guy who she flirted with on behalf of her sister, Izzy. Also a super memorable moment.
So memorable. And then ending with the random Moroccan man she flirted with on the way into the tell-all. Coming full circle. Oh, and not to forget Forrest. Flirting with Forrest the entire tell-all.
The entire tell-all. My 90-day takeaway for the tell-all is Forrest wins the tell-all. He was hilarious. He had so many funny things to say, so many real, honest, brutal things to say. He was right there in the middle of all of it. Forrest won this tell-all.
I didn't know you could win a tell-all, but yes, he did. When Emma talked about putting sex on her calendar and Forrest comes in and says, well, my calendar's the fullest, I literally spit out my drink, Emily.
He had so many moments that were hilarious and spot on.
Yeah, and his timing was impeccable. My 90-day takeaway for this entire season 8 of Before the 90 Days is that you really, truly, for better or worse, never know a person.
I think that you only never know a person if you meet them online and date and then decide you're in a serious relationship before you've met them in person and then fly halfway around the world on the premise that you're already in a serious relationship and film the whole experience. So yeah, you never know a person given those amazing 90-day fiancé circumstances that we're all here for. That's it, Fiancé Freaks. If you liked this episode, be sure to match our freak by subscribing, leaving a review, and following 90-Day Fiancé Freaks on social media for more.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.